Welcome to the Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina for the ninth running of the Showdown to see which two drivers will be advancing to the big $1 million show of 2014 NASCAR Spring Cup Series All-Star Race. 22 drivers are lined up on the grid getting ready to go green for 20 laps racing under the lights here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for our first race of the weekend. 9 points event, meaning no points are on the line, just cash. Starting on the front row, the number 17, last year's Rookie of the Year, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Starting on the next two, this year's one of our drivers starting for Rookie of the Year this year, Austin Dillon, in that famous number 3. His teammate will be starting third, Paul Menard in the 27, starting next to the 38 of David Gilliland, who had a great run in qualifying. He will start in 4th place. 5th will be Clint Boyer, Casey Mears, Justin Allgaier, Kyle Larson, AJ Allmendinger, and Marcus Ambrose, your top 10. The rest of the field, 22 drivers entered. Everybody made the show, or at least there's no go-go homers this weekend. Alex Bowman, 23 team returning for this race. David Ritterman driving the 35, normally driven by Tony Raines. He's not driving this weekend, so they got Ritterman in the 35. David Strimmy driving the 33, that's normally driven by Timmy Hill. So Strimmy will the number 33 Joe Falks Chevrolet this weekend. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the Pole Center's teammates, Greg Biffle and Carl Edwards, has won the first 2 spots in the All-Star race. So they will lead the field down to the green flag tomorrow night. But tonight it is only 22 drivers going for 2 spots. Now, you must finish inside the top 10 to be able to be in the running for the draw to see which driver will be getting that 3rd and final spot. Normally known as the fan vote, can't do that, of course. But the top 10 finishers, which will pretty much be 8 drivers trying to be in the only 8 drivers will be in the draw, because the first 2 spots of the top 10 will be going to the Showdown, or big race, my bad. But we'll talk about that a little bit more throughout the night. But first, let's send it down trackside so we can get the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines.
The pace car will lead the field down onto the racetrack, so we'll be back and take you to green flag racing when we come back to Charlotte. The field is making their way down the back straightaway. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 17, the only Rouse car not in the All-Star race. Clint Boyer, the only MWR car not in the All-Star race. Ryan Newman, the only RCR car that is in the All-Star race. So we'll see which drivers will be fighting to get in the race the most. The pace car will lead. The pace car will go in the pit lane, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Austin Dillon in the front row. Time to get this race under the green flag. The Showdown at Charlotte is underway. And as you see, Clint Boyer not wasting no time, jumping to the inside, couldn't make nothing happen. And here comes Stenhouse spotting on the inside, trying to get around the 3 of Austin Dillon to keep the lead. And Paul Menard thinking about maybe making it 3 wide, entering turn 3. He thinks better of it, and he'll stay behind the 17, but now he looks to the inside coming off turn 4. He has his nose right on the left rear corner pin on the 17, but it'll be Stenhouse leading at the line, and a photo finish what would have been with the 3 of Austin Dillon. 5th place battle between AJ Allmendinger and Justin Allgaier. And there's a 38 of Gilliland who's going up the track, and Dillon almost got in the wall. Has Menard on the inside, bringing Clint Boyer. Look at this 3 wide. Michael Annette, Cole Witt, Justin Allgaier, Casey Mears. Holding up a guy, two cars that I think are capable of getting inside the top 5. That's the number 42 of Kyle Larson and the 9 of Marcus Ambrose, which has allowed these guys to pull away Clint Boyer, Austin Dillon, AJ Allmendinger, Paul Menard, and Ricky Stenhouse. Mears and Michael Annette continues to battle for 6th place. Here comes the 23 of Alex Bowman. What a run out of that 23 car early on in this Showdown. This is a part-time team, was known as the 93 team. Change numbers to 23. Now Allmendinger got around Boyer. He's now runs in second place behind rookie Austin Dillon. Stenhouse. Boyer battles for third place. Menard runs out the top 5. Mears, Bowman, Ambrose, Annette, and Larson. Now your top 10. What about rookie Michael Annette, Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson? These guys know if they finish in the top 10, they will be in the draw to try to get into the All-Star race. We see the 40 Landing Castle off pacing the 40 car. He has went 3 laps down in the 40 car. Hillman Racing number 40 just now completed his first lap, so he must have had some issues on the pace laps. As Dave Blaney smacked the wall off turn 4, almost did. Casey Mears has now gotten around Clint Boyd. Boyd is stuck on the outside and can't get back up to the front, looks like. Looks like the inside is the place we want to be, and right now Dillon and Allmendinger holds the first 2 spots, the 2 advanced spots. Stenhouse trying to close the gap between himself and the second place, the 47 of Allmendinger, and last time by the 17 was quicker. Now we got Paul Menard 4th, Casey Mears, Marcus Ambrose, Clint Boyer, Kyle Larson, Michael Lynette, and Alex Bowman. Those are the 10 drivers that would advance. Sorensen, Ruderman, Cole Witt, Gilliland, who's filling back to 14th, Josh Wise, Michael McDowell, Travis Quapple, Dave Blaney. There goes the 95 of McDowell through the grass, spinning in the front straightaway. Can he keep his car off the wall? No, he does not. He comes back up into the outside wall. Makes hard contact with the rear end of that K-Love Ford. And that will bring out the caution flag. And there's a 51 of Justin Allgaier on pit road. So trouble for the 51. Well, he might be able to stay on the lead lap. So that could have been a great break for the 51. Caution note is out for the 95 of Michael McDowell. And that is not what Austin Dillon and AJ Allmendinger wanted to see. That is exactly what Ricky Stenhouse and Paul Menard wanted to see, as they're now going to have another start to get into the top 2. Let's go back and see what happened and bring out the caution, and we can point out that the 51 did go a lap down, so that's pretty much taken Justin Allgaier out the shot of making the show. Let's go back and see what happened to the 95 of McDowell. They're coming off turn 4, 3 wide. With him, Blaney, and Travis Quapple. And right there gets hooked by the front end of the 77. And Blaney goes through the grass. And normally when you go through the grass, your car tends to speed up. So it was kind of hard for that 95 to get on the brake and stay off the wall. Takes a pretty hard impact and slid to the outside wall. And we saw all the damage that he left on the K-Love Ford. Levine Family Racing, the 95 team. And there's the 51 of Allgaier. We just been told that he had a flat tire. So we'll be going back to green with about 8 laps remaining. Now let's give you the top 10 right now. Austin Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And what happened to the 47? AJ Allmendinger must have came down pit road because he's now lined up 16th. What has happened to the 47 of Allmendinger? Now the top 10 is Dillon, Stenhouse, Menard, Ambrose, and Boyer. Mears, Larson, Annette, Bowman, and David Ruderman now your top 10. David Gilliland, 11th place. Needs one more spot to get inside that top 10 and try to get into the drawing to make the show. But now the 2 advancers would be Dillon and Stenhouse. But what about Menard? What does he have left? Green flag is back out. And the 17 got a good jump, but so did the 3. Now the 27 looks to the inside. And once again, Clint Boyd gets stuck on the outside where he can't go anywhere. And there goes Menard by the 17 of Stenhouse. He'll take second away and clear the 17. Now he will set his sights on the number 3 of Austin Dillon. Right now it's the 2 RCR cars, Austin Dillon and Paul Menard. Now Ambrose looks to the inside of Menard, can't make nothing happen. And look at the 13 of Casey Mears, Germain Racing. trying to get into the $1 million show. They're finding up inside the top 5. Showing that 13 car has the speed, and now trying to get around Ambrose for 3rd place. Here comes the rookie Kyle Larson and Michael Annette. Finally on the inside. What a great run out of Annette, who's had a horrible season so far in that number 7 Pilot Chevrolet. But Austin Dillon has been fast all weekend, started outside pole in that number 3. Right now, pulling away from his teammate Paul Menard, but right now, those both drivers would be in the show. AJ Allmendinger, has he been able to work his way up from where he restarted? He's 15th, so he must have had something go wrong with that 47 car. He has 5 laps to get into the top 10. Right now, Michael Annette swinging down that final turns to spot 10th place. David Gillen's gotten up inside the top 10. There's David Rudelman in that 35 car right now inside the top 10. We see Allgaier. He is fast enough, but because he's a lap down, and Castle, nothing they can do. Reed Sorensen right now 11th place. Allmendinger now 12th, but laps are winding down. Travis Quapple's on pit road. 3rd place Mears. 4th place Ambrose. 5th place Boyer and Stenhouse. That 15 car has been on the outside almost all day long. The 3 wide. And we got the 36 car off pace. Reed Sorensen must have smacked the wall or something. He is off pace, and there's David Gilliland coming down pit road with Dave Blaney. Are we going to see pit stops? And yes, they are. They're coming down pit road. Austin Dillon, Paul Menard, Casey Mears, they're all. What about Justin Allgaier? Could he maybe be in a good spot? Now, he came down pit road because he had a flat tire. He's now on the lead lap. Can this be a good move for the 51? Right now, Michael Annette, the rookie, leading. Well, Allmendinger, remember he came down pit road. It's going to be a great thing for the 47 of Allmendinger. They'll come out of turn 4. The white flag is out for the 47. Where's the 51? Allgaier went by Dillon. Gilliland may be in 2nd place now. But it is AJ Allmendinger out front, and what a great pit call by his crew chief, as we did not think it's going to happen, but it will. AJ Allmendinger is going to win the Sprint Showdown at Charlotte. Question is, who'll be 2nd? Will it be Sorensen, maybe? Cole Witt! Cole Witt has just made the show for the Sprint Showdown here at Charlotte. As he stayed out, he was another car that came down pit road. So did Reed Sorensen, Ryan Truex, Austin Dillon, Michael Annette, Alex Bowman, Paul Menard, and Marcus Ambrose, 11th place. He will not be in the draw to get in the show. Neither will be Casey Mears, Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Clint Boyer. A lot of good cars. There's Allgaier. He'll be in this thing. He had a flat tire early in the race. He's now in the hunt for the draw. But we do know that AJ Allmendinger and Cole Witt, based on their strategy they played out on that caution when McDowell spun, they are now going to be in the Sprint Showdown. We did not even expect to see Cole Witt. Then we got Sorensen, Truex, Allgaier, Annette, Bowman, Stremme. David Stremme, 8th place. Austin Dillon and Paul Menard will be the 10 drivers. The top 10, and 3rd through 10th will be in the draw to see who will be that other driver advancing to the big show. But what a crazy finish. AJ Allmendinger wins the showdown, and unfortunately, good cars like Clint Boyer, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the pole center, Kyle Larson, Casey Mears, David Ruderman, and Marcus Ambrose, those cars will not be in the All-Star race. So that is all for the Showdown. Next up will be the NASCAR Spring Up Series All-Star Race live from the Charlotte Motor Speedway tomorrow night. So until next time, here comes the celebration screen from the number 47 of JTG Daughter Racing's AJ Allmendinger as he is in the Showdown or in the All-Star race along with Swan Racing's Cole Witt. Goodbye, everyone.